Hi there, everyone. My name is Jeff Bosley, and in case I'm new to you in this endeavor, I am in a very realistic running to be the next Jack Reacher after the Tom Cruise helmed films. It's going to series, and that's all I'll discuss on this video. But this video I wanted to discuss, Mr. Child, as mentioned, he wants an unknown actor, or not a name actor, or somebody very mainstream. And then I want to discuss that real quick and also discuss a little bit of the fear that comes with that as far as fans and studios. Studios, it's just the nature of the beast, want known factors. They want known quantities. And so having an unknown actor is always scary. So I kind of wanted to touch on that to discuss and touch on a lot of things I've seen online and email, various ways people have communicated with me. So I'm just looking at some notes here. So yeah, like I know Mr. Child wants an unknown. I know the studios are terrified with this. But here's my approach to all this is to be the lead in a movie or a TV show, particularly TV show because it'll go on for a long, long time. To be the lead, I learned this last week in an acting class, as a matter of fact. I knew this, but this guy articulated it very well. To be the lead, you need to be a leader. And I'm aware of that now, or I was aware of it, but that solidified my thoughts. And I'm aware that the entire series, the entire cast would rest on me. Every person from catering to everybody on the crew, their jobs, their livelihood, their families, the food they put on their table would rely on the actor playing Jack Reacher. And that's not to be grandiose or narcissistic, but if the series is about Jack Reacher, the series is very dependent on the actor playing that. I'm not unaware of that. And I know studios are scared of that, but what I want to do is touch on why you can trust me if you're a fan or a studio. As a former Green Beret, that's in other videos, but I am a former Army Special Forces Green Beret, and with that comes a level of responsibility that few can bring to the role. Not as far as the performance and the acting, which I'll touch on a little bit later, but as far as responsibility. Green Beret, specifically 18 Deltas, they're the medical specialist, but they're still Green Berets. We are in charge of millions and millions of dollars of equipment. And we are also responsible for very large amounts of narcotics and drugs and medications. And that's not something we mess around with, nor does the government let us mess around with. So the level of responsibility that comes with just those superficial things as far as gear and equipment and medications is unlike any other actor, I'm sure, that can come to the table with this. But beyond that, just the level of life responsibility, yes, the actor is going to be responsible for the livelihood of paychecks, whether it's crew or construction or set design and all that. But I've literally, and I don't use the word literally like it's becoming part of our vernacular. I use the word literally the way it truly is meant. Is I was literally in charge of humans, in charge of lives, teammates, keeping them alive, keeping myself alive, keeping our allied force partners we were working with alive, literally lives. Not their livelihood as far as a paycheck and a bill and ways to put food on their table, but their life, not letting them die was in my hands. And I guarantee if studios are scared of an unknown actor, no actor can bring that to this role, performance-wise and as far as a person they can trust. And then beyond that, one thing I want to touch on is I'm mentioning a lot that I was a Green Beret and that how important that is to me. But I really want it to be known that I didn't just move to Los Angeles, Hollywood, and change my Instagram title to actor. I was a theater major. I worked in independent films a long time before I joined the Army. Finally joined the Army, and then after that, I went and came back to the movie world, and I still study. It is Friday night. I'm going to a 4-hour acting class tonight. That's how important this is to me, and that's how lightly I do not take this. So that's just kind of mitigate and address some of the fears and concerns I know fans have had and studios have had. Is yes, I really talk about the Green Beret, but I was an actor before. I was a theater geek. I understand lighting. I understand all the elements of theater and all the elements that go into filmmaking. And I've been back in LA paying my bills acting as a former Green Beret, but now a full-time working actor. So although unknown, I really need the fans in the studios to understand that you're not going to get a more responsible and aware actor than myself. I understand what it's like to have lives count on me, and it's something that that I bring to the table that I challenge for you to have. I live, eat, and breathe this role as if lives depend on it, because I know what it's like to have lives depend on me. I wake up, I train for the role, I study for the role all day. I go to classes with the role in mind. I read the books again with the role in mind. And I do it for the fans because that's what makes film and television possible. And then I also do it for the studio execs who also are looking at numbers. And that's just a part of the business. So I get the business aspect. And as the lead in the show, I guarantee you, I would not take that lightly, and that's something I would think about every time I'm at the gym, every time I'm up late studying lines. I would think about that crew member that uses this show to pay their bills, and I will not ever take that lightly. So thank you for listening and watching. Feel free to comment below, and we'll have some more dialogue. I really appreciate everything, guys. Thanks.